Hey, welcome to part 2. Thank you, Rosalita, for coming here. Let me move you. Let me go and put my chat on my iPad so I can get on that. And then we're gonna hope everything else is shut down. So I'm really hoping that part 2 I need. Where's part 2? Right there. It's got to be part 2, right? It's not letting me click on my iPad. What's up with that? That's weird. Okay, why is it not going to the... Hold on a second. Hope you can hear me. Now my iPad is being a little jerk. Come on. I can't click on any video. Why is that? Okay, now I clicked on... Okay, let's try this again. I can click on the paint, a paint video, but I cannot click on this video right here. So, what we're going to do, oh my goodness, I'm just going to have to do what I didn't want to do, but I have to do. Open a tab over here just so I can see if YouTube is working. Because I don't know if I'm live or not. My husband has gone to bed. Live. And go in here. And I see nothing, so I don't think we're live. Oh no, I am live. Okay, let me just make sure. Let me make sure. Oh, it's back to November 24th, but at least I can start Streamlabs the right way now. I don't know why it's November 24th. That's crazy. Why am I back? Let me just see if I can change that stupid time. Why am I November 24th? I don't... This Streamlabs is so kooky. Okay. 111. All right. Hello, video. Might help since you're loaded fresh. Go to Task Manager. Find Chrome. Click Go Task. Set High Priority. Okay. I'm going to go to Task Manager. Okay. Okay. Go to Task Manager. Here we go. Find Chrome. Okay, got it. Right click. Yep. When I right click, it says expand. Should I expand it? I don't have anything where it says set high priority. That's your birthday, is it really? Okay. I just don't know why they would put 31,000 files in one file. 31,000 pages, I mean. Why in the world would they do that? That's just what I want to know. They usually don't do this stuff. But we'll be okay. We'll just wait here. Let me see if I could open you guys over here. I would totally shut. I don't know why I'm unable now to open the live on my iPad. It's probably the problem here. If I was trying to watch on an iPad, I couldn't. I can open up my old videos, but I can't open up this new one. No idea why. It's a process with the newer Windows. It's, yes, to get easier. Now it's more clicks to reach the priority. Okay. Well, I don't have new Windows, but I'm just going to wait. And there's something wacko going on. Oh, this is so annoying. I really don't know why they would put 31,000 pages in one file. I don't get it at all. Why would they do that? And video, there's no way to just open up some of these files or just request some of these files. I mean, pages. This is just so stupid. So absolutely stupid. Would you believe this is like worse than before? Since a restart, and it's worse than before. Let me see here if I can fix anything over here. I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to go look at another file or something. And I'll have to see if there's any way that I can get somebody to split this up for me. So aggravating when you want to do something, right? And it's like, it's just ridiculous. Hold on, I'm trying one other thing to see if I can somehow see anything in here that Should be 5 steps. But video, Chrome is the only thing that I have open. It's expand. It's resource values, memory, but it's not even using a lot of memory at all. Memory is only 18%. CPU is only 18%. It doesn't seem like it's taxing the system at all. It's this file. I don't understand why. It really doesn't make sense. Expand, choose the one with most usage, right click and set. Okay, let's see. Expand. Use the one with most usage. Okay, got that. And would you say right click again and set priority. It doesn't give me that option. The only thing it lets me do is collapse, right, resource values, search online. Resource values, that's the only thing it lets me bring up other than end task. Memory, disk, network. That's it. Nothing. Nothing, honey. But I don't even understand video because the whole system is only at 19% CPU, 18% memory. It's not being taxed at all, so there's got to be something else. There's create a dump file. What is a dump file? Change values. Okay, what do you mean by that? Talk to me. What is a dump file? I think so. Hold on. I don't want you to have a heart attack or anything, okay? Can you see it? Don't have a heart attack. Hi, little lady. Don't worry, guys. We'll get this fixed. Maybe you'll learn something. No, but you get a heart attack when you see how many things I have. Okay, you freak out. Do you see it, video? Do you see it? Right click Chrome now. Okay. Okay. You want me to hit expand? Okay. And I don't have 14 Chrome tabs open. I only have 2. So, I don't know why it's saying I have 14 open. That's a lie. You, my friend, are a liar. Hi, ICU. Chrome the resource. What do you mean Chrome the resource? Chrome the resource. Right click the 5th. 1, 2, 3. There's 0%. That one? I think you mean this one. Right? I think you have to mean this one. Okay, see what it says? End task, resource values, create dump file, go to details, open file location, search online and properties. This is a computer lesson, kids. We're fixing computers. Okay, what do we do now? Who knows the answer? I see you, you see me? Go to details. Okay, video. Now what? Now what do we do? Now what do we do? Now what do we do? Who knows the answer? Don't you, little lady? Who knows the answer? Who's got the answer? I see you, you see me? Little lady? Little lady? Rosalita? Who's got the answer? Little lady loves learning new things. Who has the answer? Right click both the ones with CPU usage. Okay. Well, there's more than, okay. Just right click them and set priority. Like this one first with the most. Ah, okay. Set priority. How? High priority? Should we set it at high? Okay. Should we do another one? Should we do another one like this one? Should we hit it? Should we do high again? Yep. Okay. Should we do this one? What does the class say? Not that one. Uh-oh, video. Uh-oh, video. Do you think that did it, or did we still have to do it? Let's see. Do you think it was one of those? Or we still have to go back there? I think we have to go back to the task manager. Okay. So I think did we do this one? Let's see. Let's see what happens. Now we've made that a priority, but it's still spinning video. And I've lost all my buttons under my Chrome and everything. I'm going to have to do a hard reset. I've lost my startup buttons. All right, let's see if we can get back to page 50. Come on. We were on page 50. This is so dumb that they would put almost 32,000 pages in one file. I mean, I'm sorry, and I know Rosalita is but this Strongsville, this whole operation, I'm sorry. Why would they do that? Like, oh my gosh. Like video said, this would be taxing on any system. We're at 48. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. I think I can. Thanks for sticking around. I know we've lost about 20 people from before, but maybe once we get reading, they'll come back. This sucks really bad. Okay. All right, here we go. 51. I got a ride. Yay, he says. He says, yeah, I was going to get you after I get dressed. Just try not to BW in a bad mood. She says, get me. Then she says, wait. Then she says, I'm so mad. Then she says, I'm going to kill someone. I'm going to kill someone. Then she says, I'm mad as F. And I'm here. He says, why? Why are you so mad? Like, WTF, this whole morning shite. AF, I'll just explain soon. Are you getting in the shower? What you want from breakfasts, I'll go make you food. Olive Garden would be dope. I don't know if I know how to make Olive Garden, Beb. Any other ideas? Thank you, video. It seems to work. Leave the room. Okay. What's going on? Is everything okay? Can I come back in soon, too? There's no open outlet here, Dom. Why are you acting like this? I didn't do anything. Emphasize there's no open outlet out here, Dom. Why are you acting like this? I didn't do anything. I'm mad chill. I wouldn't want to freak out on you. See, you just making me more mad now. I'm not even doing anything. I'm just telling you there's not an open outlet to charge my phone, so I can't charge it, and I'm tweaking out. Like I need my phone charged. I use my phone all day. Yeah, there is. Where? In the kitchen or by the TV. I'm about to dip, though, so you can come charge in a second. I'm in the living room. It's cold AF in the kitchen, so I'm sitting on the couch. This sucks. You feeling better? This Play-Doh sucks. Yeah, I'm kind of better. That's good. Did you end up going to school? Yeah. That I was hoping you because you're going to feel better. I'm plowing through work. It just sucks so bad, LOL. Nice. I don't like the teacher in here right now at all. It's not the normal lady. That's tough. I'm glad I didn't go to Play-Doh. She's the lady that was helping that slow kid all day that one day. There's no way I can do any more work and my phone at 27. I'm effed. That's plenty of battery, he means. Just do stuff that you can't use your phone for. She says, oh, true. Like WTF, academic success. I don't know, flip through tutorials. The questions on academic success, so gay, LMFAO. It's probably easy. It is. It's like, what should this person do? So easy, but gay. LOL. I'm about to take a final tomorrow, probably. See how quick that is? Right, I'm trying to leave. I'm tired. I'm about to go to Foods, then I'm out. I'm waiting with Celeste. Oh, this is, where are you at? See, I'm learning it. WY, I'm going to text my kids that tomorrow. WI, where you at? Loved, where you at? What is that? What is WYM? I don't know what that means. Like, where are you? At 1:31, you said you're about to be out. And now it's 2:30 and you're still not here. I'm confused. School gets out at 2:25. LOL. Just never mind. Get it. Don't. You don't get it. I was just confused because I feel like you would be here by now. Let me come in. No. For now on, you just gotta go home after school, my bee. And probably can't come before school. What? You can do this to me? Can't. You can't. If I asked you to go home, you would have threw a fit anyway. I already dipped. You better not have. Oh, there's going to be a huge issue. Remember, she's 15 years old at this point. This is in 2020. January of 2020. She's 15 years old. Based on her age at the crash. Okay? Let's see here. Why? You can't just F me over like this. If you left, I'm getting a ride to Carla. What? Right now. Okay. Bet. Get a ride there. Where are you? Because I probably won't even be there yet. You're so mean for no reason. I don't deserve it. Okay, I'm going to start walking. Well, that's our first circle. So we made it a long way. We made it 31 pages before we got a little circle. She's something, isn't she? That's what Rosalita says. What a brat. He should have left that girl a little light, he said. Maybe we'll get another 31 pages out of another wait. So, there we go. Okay. Okay, try. Hold on. Hold on. I think I know why some people... Okay, I cannot get into my own live on my iPad. Can you even believe this? I wonder if other people are having the same problem. Okay, let's see. I'm way too far. I wouldn't even try. Video, how come it was going so good, now it's going so bad? Okay, let's see. Come on. What happened? Okay. You're mean. You treat me like shite. And I treat you like a effing God, and you do this, I'm uncleaning your room. She's uncleaning his room. She's a mean little girl. She's a mean little girl. Hi, Jane Grill. Massive file. Just for S and G's, I'm going to try to see if I can open this up on my iPad just for S. Let me see. Let me just try while we're waiting. Unless it goes. Oh, it goes. No, you just smother me. Smother. I'm uncleaning your room. Hold on, I'm just... Sometimes you never know. This I may be able to read it from my iPad. Hold on, just let me see. I think it's... I'm breaking up with you. No. Hold on, I'm just trying to see something. So I hold on. I think I may. I'm gonna just try to see if for some reason I can get it on here. Okay. Just maybe. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm just gonna see. Yeah, I may not be able. Let me see. Give me 1 second. I think I can try it here. Okay, let me just see. All right, let's see. In the meantime, let's read it over here while this is... Don't, she said. Oh, come on. We were going so well, right? We were going so good, Jen Girl. We were on a roll. What about if we go to the task manager thing again? Let's see. This one is not responding. So set priority high. Let's see if that'll run again for us. Okay. Why do you this to me? And let me not chill with you when I don't want to. You never told me to go. Hold on. Hold on, I'm trying to fix this now. Set priority, I'm going to set it high again. Come on. You know how much I love and care about you, and I get this. Wow. Okay, it's running again. I'm too bipolar. You got to just not talk to me. This is 114, guys. We're just on 2 days from all that stuff that we've read, okay? Okay, now it's running again. But no, you make me feel like I'm nothing. For no reason. Now it's not responding again. What if I take one of these other ones off high priority? Let's try that. Do it above normal, and then maybe that'll let that one respond a little bit. Okay, let's see if it works now. You make me feel like I have to do everything with you, or I'm doing something wrong. Why you think I'm always mad? Hi, Heart Made Wise. We were going on a pretty good clip, and then trying to see how we could fix this to run again. I effing hate myself. I'm ugly, and you just add on to it and make me feel even uglier. Like, how can you leave me and walk away like that? It's effed up. Now you just sound dumb. You make me feel like I'm worthless. I do so much shite for you. And you just don't care and shite on me. See, here's the thing though, is you don't have to do anything for me, and I'd probably be happy. Now I can't even get to that video. My task manager's all weird now. This is just so freaking dumb. We were going like on a really good clip. Trying to open the task manager again, and it's not opening the right way video. It's opening, if you could just see it, it won't even open that. Okay. Now I'm at your effing house breaking down on your floor. Like you cause pain to me for no reason, and then you wonder why I'm so stressed. Again, for anybody that's coming in, she was 17 years old when she crashed that car. This is over 2 years before that, so she's got to be around 15 at this point. Crazy, right? I'm sorry, anybody coming in, this file is 31,697 pages. It's a huge file, should never be this big of a file. And we tried to fix it with Video Reel, and we were going at a pretty good clip finally, and now it's like a Looney Tunes. But if I try to restart Google Chrome again, all my stuff on the bottom, my taskbars are all gone. I'd have to do a restart and do another whole live. So we're going to see if we can somehow get through some of this. I'm trying so hard to please you, but it's never enough. It's 'cause you never distance yourself at all. Now I'm here alone when I need you the most again. Wow. Is YouTube up to... No, it's not YouTube. It's this file, Jane Grill. 31,697 pages should never be put in one file. And it's not even my system, because my system is not even being taxed by this. It's the file itself. It's crazy. It's just crazy, I tell you. I want to go somewhere really early in the morning. I don't even know what time it is. Hold on, I got to put my watch on the... I've got to put my watch, because we're then going to have a barbecue. So I want to go to bed like by 2:30, and then I might do a members live where I'm going because I have to do my members live. I've got to do a couple of like short ones because I've got to get about 6 more in. I want 6 more by like no later than September 6th. Oh, and you guys, I'm going to be meeting up hopefully with a very, 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 very special person on sometime in very early September. I'm super excited. Super excited. Okay. How can you make someone cry till they can't feel anything and not care? I just want to bang my head on the wall till I'm dead. She's just a little bit theatrical, huh? Drama queen. Wow. Crazy. She's a fatal attraction for sure, right? Might help. Video. I'm going to show you something. My task manager looks like this now. It's not even loading properly. You see it? There's nothing I can do anymore. Okay. TBH. This shite has happened so many times, I just don't care anymore. What? Shite, you making me cry because you mean. Yeah, that does happen too much. Maybe you should treat the girl who would die for you a little better. Because when I'm effing gone, you're gonna miss me. Oh my gosh. This girl. My son Michael had a friend. Good looking kid. He always reminded me of like Leif Garrett or something, right? He'd be in my kitchen or something crying his eyes out over this one girlfriend that he had. She drove him up a tree, much like this stuff, you know. I didn't hear what she was saying, but I knew from the kid she was always giving him a hard time about something. Around the same age, too. He wasn't older like that. He was her age. He'd be crying his eyes out, and I finally said to him, "What are you doing? I don't know what's going on with this, but this girl is playing mind games with you. Okay? You know, just end this. This is not normal." Yeah. He's not with her anymore. He's married and has a kid now. Okay. Yeah, that does happen to him. Okay, so let's see. He says, I really would. Be nice to the people who love you, because sometimes I can't take the hate you give. And now I'm here alone. I got to double click it at the top. It just makes it bigger when I do that. And I even tried to close it totally and reopen it. And it's reopening in the same way. Yep. I won't do anything. Totally whacked out. Dom says, I wish I was alone. I'm never alone. That's why I want to get out of this house. She's probably one of the worst gaslighters I've ever heard, and I've heard of thousands. What I'll do, I'll download both of these videos, put them together, so at least the texts get read in a, a better fashion. I can't just be by myself when I want to. Yes, you are. You blocked me for a whole weekend and left me wondering if I was going to lose you. You didn't ask me today. No, you spammed me the whole weekend. I want you to understand, when we started reading these, it was 1/12/2020, the date. It's 1/14/2020. So this is a matter of 2 days of text, guys. And she's 15. She could even be 14 based on when her birthday is. Anybody know when her birthday is? Okay. If I block you, you just spam me more. And then we don't get anywhere. Oh well. I will download the videos, cut them off, and that way the reading will go easy and put it into one video. This is ridiculous. I just don't know why they did this at all. Why did they do this? Have no idea. I would have just went somewhere else after I got there. This is crazy. August 2nd. Oh, August 2nd was her birthday? Wait a minute. So she would have been 18 on the 2nd of August, 2 days after the crash video? Then she would be 15 here. That's crazy. And they said they were charging her as a juvenile. Okay, I'm done with that ice pop. I had to have. Okay, Kens, I'm in a bad mood. Go home. But you don't ask for space. You just make me feel like shite. No, I do. I did this morning. Well, we're on page 108. We're making some progress, guys. Welcome in. Welcome in. Come on, come on. Is it? I could see my breath outside tonight when I went out the lake after I painted that picture and I was in the prayer group. I could see my breath. That's unreal. Okay. Uh-oh. Come on. Thank you for those having the patience to stick this out with us. I'm going to try to make this better. And for the rest of them, I will try to load them. Let me see. I'm going to see if it's amazing if this would go onto my iPad. It really would. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull them up on here. And then I was in a bad mood when I got back. And then you made it worse. Me? Yes. Wow. You're effing mean. You tell me I push all my friends away and tell me I make you mad all day like this is why I'm depressed. Okay, this is why she's depressed, folks. This is why. Was it a bit cool there, little lighty? Oh, it was ridiculous here. I mean, it was warm. It was like the warmest day of the weekend. But let me tell you, it was. Somebody went swimming, and somebody said, "Oh my gosh, are you swimming? Like you were like nuts." Okay, wait. I have some. Would you believe this is loading on my iPad? Hold on a minute, guys. It is flipping through my iPad video reel. Hold on. I'm already at page 164. Okay, I'm going to read it from here, you guys. I have to get back now to page 50. No, page, what are we on? 110. Hold on. Video, this is loading so fast on my iPad, you wouldn't even freaking believe this. And I downloaded it 3 times by mistake. Okay, I just hit it and it's 110. Okay. So, then he says, it's 2:30. Why aren't you home? Maybe because I get out at 2:25. She says, this is why I just wanna effing KMS. And you know what that means, KMS. I just realized that. She said that before. You know, that means unalive herself. I woke up confused. Stop being a D to me, she says. He says, the conversation is ending. He says, I'm close to Carl's. She says, wow. She says, I'm so mad at you. She says, this convo isn't over. Dom says, yeah, why? He just puts why. Then she goes, why? Are you kidding me? Really? She says, you just left me here, didn't say bye, then made me feel like nothing for no reason. Dom says, I'll see you later. She says, like, yeah, now I just get to stay alone. He says, no, you can go somewhere else. Or maybe just come to Carl's. She goes, with you? Then she says, I'll just effing sleep till you're back. I'm mad AF, and I'm having bad thoughts. Thanks. He says, no, go home. She says, you just said I'll see you later. He says, yeah, I can still see you later. He wants her out of his house. She says, and I'm crying, talking to Angelo about the shite you won't talk to me about. And then she says, how? And he says, yeah, have him drive you home. And she says, I don't think my dad is home yet. I'll text my mom. Then she said, I'm crying so hard right now. And he says, that's so fried. She says, what's effing fried? You being mean to me, she says. And Dom replies, you crying. And she says, it's about so much shite. And then she says, I literally hate myself. I have to go to the doctor about my stomach, and I'm scared. This is delivered 1:14 still, okay? He says, same. She says, and putting more stress on me when I just need your love. He says, same. She says, really? I'm mean to you? Ever? Then she says, you are the mean one. You're the one making me go home when I'm crying my arse off. He says, no. Stress is what he says. And then he says, sorry. If you were just home in the first place, you wouldn't be crying. She says, well, now I have to wait to effing leave because I don't want anyone in my house to see I'm crying. And now I have to go home and I'm going to be alone again and have nothing to do then go chill with Phil and hit a vape. And I don't want to do any of that. I don't want to go home and see my messy room or my house or anyone in my family. And he says, nothing I can do right now. And she says, let me stay, and this will all be chill. Like I'll do anything to stay. I won't bother you while you're there. He says, that's exactly what I don't want to do. She says, come on, please, let me stay. I'll leave you alone while you're at Carl's. I'm having a straight breakdown right now. He says, I didn't go to Carl's. I didn't bring any of that shite. He said, I want to come back and grab it. And she said, then where are you? Then come get it. And he said, well, I don't want you there. She said, well, if I just go, she said, what if I just go with Angelo to Kohl's, then you can get the stuff, then I'll be gone. How far are you? He said, I'm not very far. She said, that will work then. Can I just go with him there and you can come back and I'll be back when you're gone? Please, she says. He says, why do you have to be here? Why can't you just be gone? She says, I don't want to go home, with all these sad faces. He says, why? She says, because my room is a mess and it just stresses me out. It's bad there right now. Me and my mom fighting. He says, of course you are. She says, please, Bib. He says, so now it's my problem. No, it's not, she said. He says, LG, it is, isn't it? She said, you're my only supporter. I'll be cool when you get back. He says, that's too much pressure. She says, I won't bring shite up. He says, that's not going to happen. She says, you and Nat, and she can't be around me. It will, she says. Promise. Please, Dom, let me stay. I'll be gone when you come back to get the shite. Please, please, please. He says, I will have to walk all the way back to Carl's, though. She says, I thought that's what you wanted. Please let me stay. I'll go with Angelo, then you can come get the shite. Dom, please. He needs to go, please, it will be good. He says, just go with him then. She says, okay, I am. Then she said, come back. I'll say when I'm back home. Then she says, I'm gone. I'll be back in like 20 minutes. Go get the shite. Did you leave yet? Babe. Where you at now? Dom, babe, where you at? He says, why? She says, I just want to know. I get worried and shite. Like, did you make it to Carl's? Then she says, I'm chilling right now. I'm kind of tired. Just tell me, come on. Don't be like this. Please. He says, I never came back. I might be back to grab the bud, though. She says, where are you? Please tell me. He said, Carl's. She says, oh, okay, good. Are you here? Your mom said you're here. He said, yeah, I just got here. She said, when are you going to be back? And then he said, are the steaks done? She said, ask Angelo. She said, I'm really hungry and my head hurts really bad, so I don't want to get up. And then she texted something. Let's see what this is. I don't know. She texted something. I don't know. It's a picture. Oh, my doctor appointment at 10:30 tomorrow. Babe, I'ma just come over after. He says, okay, good luck. And then he put an exclamation point. I'm worried. He said, it'll be fine. Then he says, what if we sold clothes off of Amazon and not those other sites? We can sell anything on Amazon. She says, really? And then she says, that would be cool too. She says, might puke again. I feel shitey. He says, damn, I'm sorry, babe. Are you okay? She says, I just feel weird and shite. He says, are you? I know. Okay, he says. She says, yeah, I just woke up and I'm going at 10:15. I'm so scared. He said, you'll be fine. She said, I'm praying for real. I woke up and my stomach just hurt already. He says, you'll be good. Then she says, I'm on the way right now. How's school? He says, pretty good. WYD. She says, I'm waiting to get in right now, scared. He says, you'll be good. She says, I'm in there right now. He say, anything happen yet? She says, no, I'm waiting on the doctor. This shite sucks. He says, tough. She says, right, I'm so worried. He said, you'll be cool. She says, we're just talking about it right now. I honestly don't know what's going on with me. He said, you'll be fine. Then he said, I see Vinny walking all the time with Audrey. It's so awkward. Then she said, ew, I'll say something to Vinny. Then she said, why does it bother you? He said, 'cause like Vinny stares at me, LOL. She goes, WTF, I'll beat the shite out of Audrey and Vinny. He says, why? Just let them be, LOL. She says, ugh. He says, Vinny just texted me like, WTF happened. She said, I told him to not bring Audrey around you. He says, when am I ever around Vinny? She says, I don't know. I have to pee for an STD test and pregnancy and UTI. I'm so scared right now. OMG. He says, why you crying? You're gonna be fine. She says, I'm scared. Like, what if I have one of those? You probably don't, he said. I literally pray I don't. I'm begging to be fine. Yeah, you'll be fine. Don't be mean to Vinny, though. Dom, I'm not pregnant. And then she says, and I don't F with Vinny anymore. He says, LOL, I know you weren't pregnant. Who cares? He's 14 and probably just has a boner, he says. Then she says, laughed at, who cares? What he said there. Then she says, I was so worried. They testing me for STDs right now. He says, LOL. She says, this might be from stress and constipation, LOL. He says, probably. She says, I wonder why I feel like shite, though. He says, I don't know. I just hope it's all good soon. She said, I'm getting an x-ray right now. Then she goes, I can still come over after this, right? He says, when? I might want to chill with Sheen for a little. She says, like at 12, I'll probably be done. I'm waiting for this x-ray right now. I wonder what's going to show up. Then she says, I'm done. Can I come over? Then she goes, Dom. He says, I'm not home. She says, I know. Can I come over right now? I'm just going to sleep probably. He says, but I'm a chill with Sheen. 8th period. She said, she says, so is that a no for right now? I'm confused. He says, yeah. She says, okay, so can I come after he leaves though? What time is he dipping? Dom says, yeah. She says, okay, did you see what I sent you on Insta, LOL? He said, no, when? Then he said, maybe. She said, LOL, I sent it when I was at the doctor. Are you chilling with Devin right now? He says, not yet. She says, I literally feel so shitey. They just told me not to be stressed. Like giving me some that makes me feel better. This sucks. Who? So you're okay, he says. The doctor, she said, it's stress and the intestine issues from smoking. He says, I told you to smoke less. She says, like the stress is making a lot of stomach acid and shite, and you were pretty much right about the weed shite. You so smart, she says. He says, probably more about the vaping. She says, yeah, true, and like it's slowing down my intestines a little. It's making me feel even more shitey. She says, I haven't smoked today though. Like I feel like I'm a puke right now. He says, do you feel better when you smoke? She says, I mean, yeah, low key only when it's a lot though. When he leaving. Then she says, Bib. Oh, excuse me. Dom, she's calling him. Okay, he's not answering. I don't know, he says. She says, I want to come over soon. Don't smoke a backwood without me. Please, I'm bored and shite. Then she said, Dom. He said, we all ballin'. She said, oh, who's all? Can I come watch? He said, no, just me, Devin, and Blair. And then she said, come on. You said yesterday I could come over during the day. Then now you say I can't. Like I just want to come over. I'm sick of being here. Let me come at like before 3 at least, please. He says, it'll be soon. Sorry, babe. No, probably after, he says. She says, that's not soon. I'm literally I'm so bored, please. Then she says, okay, just let me come at like 3:10 or now. He says, no, in a little. She says, come on. I'm so bored. Please, a little is like 1 effing hour for you. This shite is stressing me out. Just let me come now, like right now. Dom, it's literally been so long. Let me come. Answer. I'm getting so mad. You said it will be soon, and you had me waiting for an hour. This shite stresses me out, and that's the last thing I need right now. It's time to let me come. He says, Kenzie, come on. We literally just went through this the other day. She goes, yes, and you said soon I can come. You said I can come during the day, and I just said okay when you said no. Or when you said, let me chill with Sheen. And he says, soon to you is way shorter than soon to me. And she says, soon isn't 3 effing hours. Soon is 10 to 30 minutes. Then she says, just let me come, Dom. You're just giving me more stress for no reason. Let me come. Let me. And Dom answers, soon is like HR. She says, it's been like 1 hour and a half. Let me come. He says, doesn't say anything. She puts question marks. Then says, just let me come. Like, I don't see what the issue is. I'll let you chill with them when you said you would chill with me. You said soon. I said, okay, now it's time. I'm going to have an effing mental breakdown. He says, we literally went through this the other day, and you still never listen. She says, went through what? You said we can hang out today. He said, we can. Oh, now you can't even talk. She says, now you can't even talk. OTP. I'm so stressed right now. Oh, on the phone, I guess that is. She probably was calling him, right? He says, 'cause I don't want to get mad. She says, it's been 2 hours since you said soon. He said, actually, I already am. She said, please, just let me come now. I'm bored and I've been just sitting and waiting. You can still play basketball. I don't care. I'll just watch you. I just want to come over. Why do you have to get mad when I just want to be around you? Answer. Then she's question marks. Just let me come, Dom. Just let me. I'm literally begging you. I'm supposed to not have stress. This is just making it worse, please. He says, of course, you just pit it on me. Then she puts a doctor's thing there again, or some kind of a text. I don't know what the heck she's sending there. She said, you said a little. That was at 3:02. I think, she put his text where it said, he says, it's been 20 minutes. She says, nothing is funny. He says, that's barely enough time to take a shite. She says, of me sitting on my phone waiting for you to tell me I can come. A little is like 5 or 10 minutes. Though, he says, you should be able to do something else. She says, well, I effing hate my house, so no. He says, like they leaving soon, and now I just spent all that time texting you. She says, so what? I'm important to you, just like you're important to me. When are they leaving? Stop, she says. Please, don't do this to me. I'm not even trying to argue with you. I'm literally just sit in your room if you want me to. He says, you can come in a little, okay? Stop being so frustrating. She said, how long? And this is like when she was texting the mother. Remember when she was texting the mother and she wouldn't give the mother a break? Am I bothering you? Am I bothering you? But she doesn't ask him if I'm bothering him, right? I'm not trying to. Sorry. He says, half hour. She says, what? At effing 4? He said, 4:03. She goes, Dom, no! Why do you do this? He says, what do you mean? Stop it, it's okay. She says, no, it's not. He says, I can't take this. She says, you keep saying soon, so I get all hyped up to leave, and then you say, not now, then soon, then wait, like I'm coming over at 4:03. He says, okay. She says, no, saying sooner. Or wait, I'm texting you when I'm on the way. Then she says, this shite isn't okay. You know I'm sick AF right now, and I need the least stress I can get. Just try to chill. Stop being angry at me. He says, I'm sorry, but you know I'm bipolar. ASD. She says, I know, it just makes me stressed. I try to stop because my stomach is effed up. I'll tell you in detail about this all when I'm over at your house at 4:03. He says, okay. He says, you can come at 4:02 if you want. She goes, yay! Okay, Beb. I will come then. He says, okay, if this will make you happy, 4:01 could work. And she goes, yay! He says, want to get some good food? She says, yes, I have to eat high fiber food, so I'm down. He said, maybe Olive Garden. She says, yes. Then he says, did they tell you what to eat? She said, no, they just said high fiber foods. He said, okay, well, we'll figure it out, probably like bananas and fruits. She said, yeah, I have to drink this gross shite too. I sent you it on Insta. He says, avocado is really good in fiber. Then he said, I looked it up. It's literally just like everything that's good for you, like fruits, nuts, and seeds. She says, oh, I love fruit. Yay! I'm wearing jammies over. He says, LOL. She says, you gotta feel my stomach. It's so effed up. LOL. I'm coming soon. He says, yes. She says, LOL. Then she says, on my way. Where you at? Can I come out? Or are you coming back? I effing hate my house. Text me when you up, Bub. Wakey. Let me know when I can come in, she says. He says, can you bring me shorts? She says, which ones? I can, she says. FT me. Babe. And she says, okay, I sent you a picture of shorts on Snap. I have to walk at 25, so answer. He says, just bring me a short pair. She says, look at Insta. I don't want to bring the wrong ones. He says, I need shoes too. She says, LOL, what shoes? Look at Insta. Then she says, I finished a whole Play-Doh thing. I just need to take the final. I might leave soon. What time are you coming back? He says, after 8th. Then he said, JM home now. Yo hanging with Sheen. About to go back. She says, okay, LOL. Okay, some and shite might go down up here. Gracie and Bianca both up here. I feel so sick, she said. He says, LOL. Go home then, he says. She says, I'm coming to your house after this period. I'm leaving at 3:30 because I work. I'm leaving in like 2 minutes, she says. Thanks for smoking without me, sad face. He says, what do you mean? You're not even supposed to smoke a lot, and I left some we can smoke when I get back. She said, it's fine, and I know, just want to smoke bad right now. He says, hit the bong. She says, your room so got boxed, I opened a window for you. He says, pick whatever weed you want. He says, make yourself some food, probably too. That would smack. She said, I just ate, LOL. He says, LOL. She says, your room really cloudy, so I'm gonna wait to go in. He says, yeah, that's the move. She says, LMAO, I don't know what else to eat though. He says, I don't know. There should be stuff there. She said, I got a banana. He says, nice. She says, I'm there right now. He says, nice. She says, I'm scared. He said, LOL. She said, I'm scared. Why? He said, LOL. She said, this so hard. This is hard, but it's about to be lit with Carl. Maybe. She says, no, Maddie and Phil came to see me. Then she says, we chill in 1 hour. He said, I have practice. She said, when? He said, 8 o'clock. She said, dang. Really? Can we chill at 8 then? Till 8 then? He said, yeah. She said, yeah, where you at right now? He said, Carl's. Then she said, this kid and me talking. And he shows me this girl. So I'm like, this, my BB. And he was like, wow, he looks like a god. And then she said, I'm coming to Carl's at 7. She says, I want to hang. He says, no, we leave in Carl's. Kyle has to leave, too. She says, okay, where will you be at 7? He says, home. She says, okay, but I'll be there. She says, I'm a change, then come. I'm off right now. He says, okay, I'm on the way home now. She says, yay. Then she says, night, babe. He says, good night. I want you to remember this is only 2 days from when we started, okay? Then she says, I think it's why I'm itchy. I'm allergic to cats, and that's where Jim sleep, and I low-key got hives on my face, too. He says, oh, maybe. She says, yeah, I'm still like itchy and shite right now. I have a hella little dots on my right side of my face. He says, I don't know. Wash yourself? She says, yeah, I know. Then she says, how's that salad, LOL? He said, kinda old. She says, I feel it salad low-key sounds good right now, right? I don't mean to type right after, she says. He says, LOL. She says, text me when you up, babe. I need to get a ride for a parent. You need to answer, she says. Dom, OMG, I need to catch a ride. Answer. Dom, OMFG, I'm panicking. Answer the phone. I'm just going to come over next. with the next parent that's here. Okay, I'm coming over. You can't be mad. I'm for real. You can't just be doing this to me. For real. I need to come over there in the morning, and you know that. Where are you? I'm like half asleep. What'd she put here? I don't even know what she put. I'm something today, but she did it all wrong. And she wrote something that's unintelligible, a bunch of question marks, and she goes, WTF, now I'm awake. Where are you at? Where are you at? Then she goes, bro, car called. Off, it's just me and two older dudes. Then she says, I'm bummed. And that weird-ass Dom kid is sitting in front of Taco Bell, M-A-F-A-L. Then he says, dang, that sucks. She says, you mean the meme page kid? She says, yes. Then she said, he came up to me and he was like, hey, Kenzie. LOL, Dom says. She says, I'm having fun, low key. Then she says, the manager's cool. And I just met a girl named Mackenzie too. Ha ha. He says, that's dope. She says, bro, they just told me more nasty shite about that Chinese place. He says, what about it? She says, bro, the guy who passes samples doesn't wash his hands when he uses the bathroom. That's literally so effing nasty. Dom says, nothing. She goes like, why? Come get food from the mall and say hi to me, babe. He says, I have no way to go there. She says, aren't you with Eric and Tyler? When you with them, come see your babe working. He said, I'm not. And I'm not taking all that time. She says, oh, air. He said, I'm sorry, babe. I'm sad. She says, why are you sad? We can talk about it tonight if you want. He said, I'm not sad anymore. I forgot why. He said, well, I probably know why. She said, I'm off. Can I come chill? That's good that you're not sad anymore, too. Answer. Okay, I'm a shower. When I'm home, maybe we will hang out after, she says. It's Friday. I can be out late, too. Then she's like, Dom. Okay, he says. I'll text you after I shower, she says. I just got home. Then she says, I'm out. WYDM. What are you doing right now? Excuse me. Then she says, did you go, babe? And he says, yeah, I'm driving. She says, okay. MB, sorry. When do you think you're going to be back at your house? I want to chill soon because I miss you. Then she said, babe, text me back. And then she's like, Dom. And he says, I don't know. I'm going to go smoke with Eric and Carl. Can I come? She says. No, sorry. She says, that's gay AF. We'll try to be home before 12 because I want to chill tonight, or I can come. Just come over tomorrow morning. Dom, answer. He says, I don't care. I don't know if I can be home before then. She says, then can I come over early tomorrow then? That sucks, for real. I just wanted to hang. What are you doing right now? And he says, smoking. She said, and he says, I don't know. I have basketball. She says, damn. Without me again, LOL? What time is basketball? I'll just stay over at your house. He says, sorry. It's a honeyberry too. Just damn. She says, I'm coming over in the morning. I'm asleep. Have fun, babe. Catch you in the morning. He says, I just crashed my mom's car. She says, stop. Are you okay? Babe, I'm worried AF now. Then she says, shite, I'm so worried. I'm stressing out. I'm crying. I'm scared. LOL. There's no way I'm about to sleep again anytime soon. I'm worried. Please answer. Okay, I text me ASAP when you wakey, babe. I'm worried. Text me when you up. Please. Babe, you up? Please. Just text me when you're up and let me come over. I'm so stressed. I'm praying you're okay. Babe. Just text me when you're up and let me come over. He says, yeah, I'm fine. She says, babe, let me come over. I've been worried all night. I can come in over right now, please. I miss you. He says, let me just chill alone for a bit. She says, you were alone all last night. You said we could chill in the morning. And I've been straight crying, worried about you. But whatever, Dom. What time can I come there? I want to know what happened. He said, I slid and hit a sign. That's it. The whip, pretty effed though. She says, oh no, I'm just glad you're not hurt. I was so scared. Then she says, what time can I come over? And then she said, do you have whiplash or anything? Dom, text me when you wake up again. I want to just come and see you. Please let me come when you're up. Okay, babe, I'm going to go to the malls as soon as you wake up. Hit me up and I'll get you some food. He says, okay, I'll probably just make bagels, to be honest. She says, okay, LOL, when do you want to chill? I can bring you Cane's or Charlie's, bib. I'll just not go to the mall if you want to just hang out right now. Answer me. Real quick, because I'm driving right now. No, he says, I gotta eat breakfast and get ready. She says, ready for what? Are you going to basketball? Yeah, he says. Okay, good. Text me when you get home. Are you there right now? He says, it's at 3. She says, okay, Gracie wants a cart later too. He says, I won't be able to drive. She says, okay, what about Angelo's car? He said, I just got in a car accident. The roads are really bad, he said. I'm not driving. I just gave my mom bad insurance. She said, I understand. I feel bad. I'm just happy you're okay, for real. He said, if I slid off a different road, I could have died. I slid like 20 to 30 feet. She says, shite, that's so scary. How did you start sliding? What street were you on? He said, I was going less than 20 miles per hour too. Hold on a minute, my iPad just... Okay, where did my thing go now? Where did it go, Joe? Where's the thing I was just reading? Okay. I wonder how far these go down now. All that time waiting on this. Look at that, and it didn't even do any better. I'd eat 200 bagels not to deal with her. LOL, she told him a curfew. Yeah, okay, here we are. Hold on, I've got them now. Just hang on. So he got in a car accident. Let me go back here. I'm trying to get through these. See where we are on what page. What page do you guys think we're on? Let's see if you can guess it. What page do you think we're on? Because I don't even know. I'll know when I get to it. I'm going to say... I'm going to say like... I don't know. Okay, I'm right around where we are. Okay, so we are on... We're almost on... Okay, we are on 300 and 308. He said, I was going less than 20 miles per hour too, and I slid that far. She said, when I woke up and seen the text, I started crying. I thought you were in the hospital because you stopped answering. Was it snowing when you were driving? He says, oh, that would be so sad. Yeah, it was. She says, right, I was so worried. I texted Angelo because you didn't answer, and he's like, Dom's sleeping like a baby, which made me happy to know you were okay. He says, I think I'm fine. We just hit a sign. My back is a little sore, though, but it's been sore, so... She says, I'll give you a massage when I come over. And who was all there? I'm so happy you're okay. I can't even say how happy I am. He said, I just wish it was my car, not my mom's. Now she has to get a rental. She says, how effed up is the car? Do you have pictures? Is it like undrivable? He says the bottom bumper is dragging and the front is effed up, so yeah, it's not good. He says, but it's not like you need a whole new car. You can just get a new one. She says, dang, you guys so lucky you're all okay. He says, yeah, I'm just glad I was driving down Pearl to Carl's house. Like, what if I was on Shermer or Boston? That shite could have been effed. She says, OMG, did the cops show up or did y'all just drive away? What are you doing now, babe? Send me a pic of the front of your mom's car. Sounds like she doesn't believe him, right? He goes, I don't feel like it. It's really snowy. She says, LOL, when you leave for practice, show me then. She says, after practice, I can bring you food. He says, oh, I'm going to have Marco drive me somewhere after, though. Just to Xavier's, and that's it. Okay, that's cool, she says. It will take me a minute to get the food and leave anyways. Okay, he says. Maybe another place on the way, too, he said. She says, I got some clothes. And who, LOL? He says, what? She says, I got some cute clothes. And where else you stopping? Then she said, Maddie and Gracie got robbed. He says, Brew, how? She says, they were with these dudes and they went to Walmart to pee, and then the dudes drove away with all their shite. Maddie's whole bag with her card and personal shite and Gracie's personal shite. And I know Maddie asked you for a ride. I'm glad you didn't answer. When you gonna be home? He said, soon. She said, I can come over when you're home, right? He said, yeah, but I gotta drop that. She said, okay, I'll just wait at your house for you. I don't need to come. Do you want some type of food? Then she said, I need to dip before 5 because they asked if I could work today, and I said, no, I have a party for family. He says, probably not. Don't feel that good. She says, okay, I'll be home when you are home then. I'ma come as soon as you're home, she says. Babe, where you at right now, she's saying. He says, I'm still waiting for X, I guess it's Xavier, to text me back. Sorry, babe. She says, a sad face, you sure I can't just come over and just chill there when you leave? It's okay, I just want to come soon. I miss you. He says, it's okay, babe. I'ma leave soon, and then we can smoke woods. The suspense will be worth it. She says, okay, baby, I'll be at home. Just hit me up when you're back. He says, okay. She says, you gonna be home soon? Baby. He says, yeah, I'm on the way. Okay, text me when you're home. I'll be over ASAP. Are you home? She says. He says, not yet. Oh my gosh. She says, how far are you? He says, I'm at the mall. He's at the mall. She says, where did you go? Xavier's house is not even over there. He says, I know. He never answered. She says, oh, where did you end up going then? Where you at? He says, making money. I'm sorry. She says, you said you're going to be home soon. Where else do you have to go? He says, a couple more stops. She says, like where? Can I just come? Can I just come, though, right now and wait at your house? When are you going to be back? For real? How far are you? He says, I'm trying. It'll be soon. She says, can I just come over and wait? I've been waiting since 5. It's been like 2 hours. Will you be there at 7? Can I just come at 7? Like, this shite effing sucks. Will you be there at 7 or can I just come at 7? This shite effing sucks. He says, hold up. I got one more sale. She says, oh, MFG. She says, I'm so annoyed right now. Just let me come over now. SMH. You been had one more sale like? Then she put a whole bunch of question marks. He says, okay, I'm going to be home in like 6 minutes. Whatever. SMH, you better hit me up when you home. Like as soon as you pull in your driveway. For real, she says. Where are you? NDU can at least answer text because I know you're not the one driving. He said, come true. Come true. Okay, on the way, she says. Where are you at? He says, I'm in the kitchen. She says, why are you taking 30 minutes to come back? She says, I can't even tell you how effing tired of waiting for you I am. How much longer are you going to make me wait again? Another 2 hours? He says, you can come out here. She says, you could just come back in here. She says, it's so cold out there. Like, I don't get why you have to do this shite to me. I'm just getting more mad. Like, WTF. He said, bring a blanket or I'll come back soon. She says, WTF are you even doing? Like, why have you been there for 30 minutes? I don't get it. I've been so chill about you not hanging with me these last couple of days, and this is what I get when I finally come. He says, I'm eating animal cookies. You want to watch TV out here? She says, well, now I'm just in a effing bad mood because no one cares about effing anything, so I don't give a F what we can do anymore. He says, can you try to be in a better mood? She says, why should I try if no one else is trying? He says, oh, well, I'm sorry. Try to take your anger out. She says, it's either you come fix this or I'm leaving. He says, what did I do? She says, because I don't deserve to wait 2 hours to get treated like I'm not here. So that's a no. You're not going to come fix it? He says, you can come chill with me and watch TV if you want. She says, OMG, the effort. He says, thanks, baby. She says, like shaking my head, thanks so much. I'm having a lot of fun right now. And she puts up another text message. I don't know what it says, something. He says, I'm not having much fun either. He says, you want to smoke a wood? She says, thanks so much for making it seem like it's going to be fun. If I knew I'd be sitting here alone, I would have just went to effing sleep. Thanks for giving me stress too. That's just what I needed too. He says, just come watch TV. And then we can go smoke woods at Carl's or something. He told me he'd be down to chill. She says, I don't want to effing chill with Carl. Then you just going to get weird when I try to sit by you. And I'm not dealing with that shite tonight. Oh, so I'm going to come out there and stand for 5 minutes again? Because that sounds so fun. He says, come sit by me. She says, if you can't sleep, we can fit when I'm home. I'll stay up a little longer for you. She said, I'm home, so we can fit if you still up. Then she says, okay, text me in the morning, babe. I miss you, and I want to do some fun tomorrow. He says, I'm going to go work out probably. I'm still so salty, honestly. Yeah, you were saying you were going to stop just trying. I think that's the move. Never mind that, he says. She says, it's okay. I'm sorry for pissing you off. Can I come over soon, or are you still working out? Some reason I keep waking up and thinking you're next to me. When you're up, text me because I want to come over ASAP. I want to have a fun day. Please, let me come over as soon as you wake up. You up? Babe, can you answer my text or call? Please answer me ASAP. Dom, I want to come over. Then she says, are you working out or something? Can you at least tell me so I can come after I'm getting anxiety? I hate waiting for you to text me back. It takes so long. Please answer, Dom. Okay, I've been waiting since 9 a.m. Can you please just effing answer the phone? Okay, I'm going to wait for you anyway, so whenever you answer, I'm coming over. This shite is worrying me. Please answer. Okay. She emphasizes, I've been waiting since 9 a.m. Can you please just effing answer the phone? And then she emphasizes, okay, I'm going to wait for you anyway, so whatever you answer, I'm coming over. Then she says, Dom, text me back on here. Text me back, please. Don't do this to me. It's stressing me out. Babe, please reply. And Dom finally answers her and says, I'm at home. She says, I know. I just want you to talk to me about this. I texted more on Snap, but I miss you. We didn't really chill last night. I don't want to come late again because I just don't want to wait more because I waited so long yesterday. I'm asking you to let me come at least before 3. It will make me so happy, and I'm not trying to argue with you. I just want to come be with you, Dom. Please, text me back. He says, no, later. That's too late, Dom. Please, just do this for me. I want daytime with you. I don't want to be laying around. I want to do shite with you. Please. I feel like you hate me on the weekends. Please text back. Please, just reply fast, Dom. This is making me so sad. Baby, please, I miss you. I want to be around you. Please let me come before 4. Then I don't want to come when you get tired or I get tired. I want time with you. Please, please text back. Dom, answer me. Can I come over at 3:10? Please, it would mean everything to me if you let me come over soon. I miss you. And I want daytime with you. Please, let me. Baby, please, answer. I'm ready to leave you. I just need to say, can I come over at 3:10? Come at 4, he says. Okay, that's fine. Don't switch up the time. I'll be there at 4. Thank you. He says, to be honest, I don't want you to come then. Dom, please don't do this to me. You're getting my hips up and then letting me down. She means hopes, I'm sure. Hopes, okay. Then he says, 4:30. She says, I didn't do anything and you're punishing me for nothing and it makes me feel like I'm nothing. Please, just 4. Meet me in the middle. I asked for 3. It would make me so happy. Please, please. I have to work early tomorrow and I want daytime with you. Please, please, please do this for me. He says, I want to watch football with my bros. She says, I'll watch it too, please. 4, Dom, I'm begging you. Wow. She says, please, 4, it would be so much to me. It would mean so much to me. It will show you're trying for me. Please, baby. He says, nah, we're not trying no more, remember? And for real, I never be chilling with Mike. So no, sorry. She says, who's Mike? I'm trying. I'm always trying because I care about you. Why can't you do little things for me? I'm asking for pretty much nothing. I just want to come over and spend time with you. My brother, he said. She said, 4:30 is the latest time, Dom. I'm coming at 4:30. He says, no, I want longer now. She says, please, don't do this to me. I'm being so chill. He says, no, you're not. She says, I'm giving you so much time and you're giving me nothing. He says, maybe 4:30. She says, I've been sitting here waiting and waiting for you. And you're just there telling me no. 4 or 4:30, you can't do this to me. I've been trying so hard to give you space and time, and your thank you is pushing me away even more. I'm begging you to come at 4 to 4:30. I want it to be light when I come. Please do this for me, babe. Please. Please do this. I let you chill to 4:30. I'll be over at 4:30. I can get you food or drinks or anything. He says, okay, 4:30. He says, I'll get anything you want. Are you getting food? She says, I'm not fully hungry, so it's really up to you. He says, 'cause there's not really food here till my mom's soup later. She says, I can get anything you want. Do you want canes? He says, if you want canes, I'll pay you back though. She says, I'm only going to eat some fries, so it doesn't really matter. Charlie's, Cane's, Chinese, anything. Chick-fil-A. He says, whatever you want. She says, Cane's fries sound good right now. What do you get from there, babe? He said, just get me the 4-piece combo. No coleslaw. Extra fries. She says, all right. I'll leave at 4:30, so you have some more time, too. Then he said, no, he's already leaving. She says, okay, when should I leave then? I don't know, in like 10 minutes or something, he says. Do you know where my iPhone is? She says, what one? I don't know. How would I know? But I can help you look when I'm there. He says, never mind, I got it. She says, okay, where was it, LOL? He said, under my bed. She says, oh, weird. I just got extra fries with your food because I don't want a lot. I'm about to leave in like 4 minutes. Dom. He says, I'm already up. She says, you were out last night. You probably slept so good. I want to sleep longer, though. I don't know if I can. At least I only work 5 hours today. He says, no, he didn't say anything. She says, LOL, did those brownies ever come over? I'm craving them. They done, yeah, he said. Okay, but after work I'm coming over to get some. What time do you have work? He says. 11:30 to 4. Then she says, Cam J pissed all over my work clothes. LOL, that's tough. I'm so salty now I have to wear this crop top. Wanna FT or some? He says, yeah. 1 sec. I got to get in the toilet. She says, LOL, okay. Then she says, Jay got to work. I'll text you when I'm off, babe. She says, I'm off. I might chill at the mall for a little bit. You still want Charlie's? Yeah. She says, okay, babe. Then he says, when do you get off work? 4. I'm getting the food. Right now. Then she says, why are you leaving me in here alone so long? He says, I have to clean. She says, okay, hurry back though. Text me when you're up, babe. He said, I'm up, but I don't know if I want to go. She says, you gotta go to school, babe. Or if you're online, you can just stay home, I guess, but I want you to try to get a lot done. I'm gonna come over a little after 7. Is that cool, babe? Answer, I'm looking for a ride over right now. He said, no, come at 10. Or something. She says, what? I'm ready. I won't have a ride at 10. I'm just going to get a ride to school. OMG. The whole point of coming now is because this is the only time I can get a ride. He says, nothing really. She says, you know this? Why are you doing this? He said, just get a ride now. Stay in the living room. I wasn't trying to sleep. It's okay, you can sleep, she says. I'll just kick it in your living room. And when you're up, come get me though. When you're up, there's an effing issue. I need your help. Hold on a minute. Then he says, what's up? She says, can I come in? Yeah. Babe, I need your help posting a pic. Where you at? He says, when are you leaving? She says, soon. She says, Lexi on the way. Is everything okay? Are you here? Can you give me a hug before I go? He says, no. She says, I left. I'll see you after. He says, I'm so mad. She says, I'm sorry. I'll text you after. She says, we paying right now. Want me to bring cheesecake back? Where you at? Did you do it? Did you do it now? Do it now. How? Now, she says. Do it. Still blocked. Oh, he blocked her. She's got all these question marks. Unblock. Babe, if you want to, for real, you have to unblock me. Text me when you're up, babe. It looks like I'm still blocked. No, he says, you're not. You can come over if you want, babe. She says, I'm going to come over when my dad leaves. I feel like shite still. He says, tell him drop it, of course, today, or give you money for it. She says, I did just now. He just left me on open. He's such a biatch. We'll see if he's going to bring it today. He said, tell him I'm going to smack him just for being a biatch. She says, LOL, okay, I hope he bring it. My family's still paying for that phone too. He says, how I thought it wasn't activated. She says, like we still have to pay it off. Oh, okay, he says. LOL, he's so dumb. And then she says, you're legit such a brat. And then she says, biatch, joking. He says, tell him he can get the whole fist now. She says, after he said that, I said, keep talking. Then he said, keep threatening me. It's all right here. And he SS it. It's funny how scared people get with you. Bro, I almost ate shite walking up that hill. I slipped so bad, she said. He says, I should have told you. It's icy AF. I was coolin' though. She says, LMAO, I think I see your footprints, but it was so slippery. Would you get me a Pop-Tart and bring that up to me? He says, maybe. It depends if I'm skipping anything. She says, don't skip, but if you have time, bring me a snack. I'm so hungry, ha. He says, oh, LOL. She said, I already ate 2 Pop-Tarts from your house, too. He says, let me get you something different. She says, a pretzel? He says, I'll see, 'cause I might not even have time. She says, okay, if not, I'll ask Phil, ha. He says, okay, LOL. She says, Phil said he got me. Then she says, I might leave. I'm probably dipping right now. I'm feeling really sick and shite. He says, oh, I'm sorry. Go relax. She says, I'm trying my mom. Need to call in. Okay. She says, I left, LOL. We should make tea today. He says, okay. She says, ask Cole if he's dropping my phone off, please. I'm on the way to work right now, babe. He's like, who is getting the phone, Kenzie or Mommy? I did not mean to send those emojis, LOL, she said. He's dropping it off right now, I think, though. You will never guess what just happened to me, she said. He says, what happened? She said, my old friend Leah's boyfriend came up with his friend and straight up threatened me. Shite was scary AF. He was like, oh, I should have took you. Just saying, I should have robbed your arse. Then he was like, you still got Leah's clothes. Then said, remember when I was about to work your friend? I'm scared AF. And Dom says, I'm up. She says, okay, I'm up too. I'm asleep for 4 more minutes. Okay, babe. She says, I'm coming over. I want to see you. I'm so mad right now. My mom makes me so mad. She'd be doing shite for no reason, like WTF. I'm about to be there, or just take 1 hour to come back. He says, what? She says, just stress me out. Hella, then leave the room. How? Then she says, still chilling in the kitchen? Thanks for leaving. Whatever. Just woke up. Babe, I'm coming. I'm trying to catch a ride. This is all her talking. Then he says, posted an attachment of something. I'm not sure what exactly it is. She said, when I see, you done, send me the new one. He says, can you help me out by signing this petition? Oh, he's got a petition there. I don't know what it's about. She says, bet. Should I use a fake name? Should I also use a fake name? He goes, I don't know. And what do you want me to post it on? On the way to work, she says. He says, if you want, I'm going to get that famous kid to post it. Where you at, babe? He says, at home. She said, today's a slow day. I'm bored and Carl called off because he's sick. He said, dang, maybe I'll try to come up. She said, if you can come, it would be nice to see you. He said, I probably can't. She says, it sucks for real. I hope I leave early. And she says, Audrey's here. He says, don't start anything, babe. Get me food too, LOL. She said, I might have to. Grace and Maddie here too. And what food, babe? He said, the super good Chinese place next to Charlie's. He goes, I meant Taco Bell, the one with the chicken. She says, OMG. LOL, okay, what do you want from there? I'll see if I'll leave early. He says, I might get food somewhere else. When do you leave? I can probably pick it up. She says, 9:30. Scoop me, she said. Just have your mom scoop, probably. She says, get me food. What you getting? I will. I'll let you know when I'm off. He goes, I don't know. He says, okay. And then she says, I probably won't be able to get Chinese anyway. He says, I don't want that, LOL. She says, LOL, good. It's nasty. Then she says, I'm off. Where are you at? Home, he says. Okay, I'm off. Can I come over? Yeah. Bet. Okay. He says, did you get picked up yet? I'm about to go to Elite Too High or something like that. No. You want me to come? He says. Yes, she says. Please. He says, okay, on the way in a second. She says, yay. She says, okay, come to the main entrance when you're here. And then she says, can I come in there? He says, just stay in there. She says, can you come back soon, though? He said, yeah. She said, when are you coming back? He says, soon. Stop being insensitive. Angelo is moving out. She goes, where did you go, babe? Why the F did you leave me in here with the lights off? I just don't get it. He says, oh, I must have done that on habit. I'm taking a shite. She says, I also been waiting really long for you. When are you going to be done? He says, soon. She says, aight. Then she says, let me know when I can come back. It's AWK out here. Then she's like, Dom. My gosh, this is so crazy. Text me back. He says, okay, I will. Will it be soon? Then she says, your mom seems stressed. He says, probably not. And yeah, I don't know. She says, so what you're saying is you're about to leave me out here for hella long. He says, MHM. She says, WTF. He says, you can come clean if you want. She says, will you be nice to me? I'm not going to just keep cleaning your shite for you to be mean. If you're going to be nice, I'll come clean. Because IDRC. He says, well, when you'd be cleaning, I was going to go get food. But yeah, I'll be nice. She says, your mom making breakfast, I think. Where you at? What's going on? She's saying. Text me when you up. He says, I'm up. What's up? Want to hang? She says, I just woke up and I want to come hang. He says, yeah, I'll swoop by. I'm going to go buy a mouse and cereal. She says, wait a minute, I need to get dressed. I'm going to do my makeup at your house. Okay, he said. And she said, okay, I'm dressed. When you coming? He said, either before or after I go to the drug mart. You want me to come now? She says, LOL, yeah. He says, okay. And she says, are you on the way? He said, I'm getting in the car. Why? She says, because it's rushing. LOL, I'm trying to get my makeup done real quick. He said, just do it at my house. She says, LOL, I'll just do the rest there. On the way, he says. She says, I'm ready. Then he said he was here. She says, babe, you up? I'm going to start looking for a ride at like 7. You didn't have to slam the door in my face. I didn't do shite to you. He said, you just came over and started banging on my window. I did not have to get up. She puts question marks. She says, when you coming back, or should I just come out there? She puts question marks. Why you keep leaving me? He says, come in the kitchen, silly. She says, where are you? He said, I'm in the car. I'm texting. She said, still? WTF? Who are you texting? He says, I need to go meet someone else. She says, where and who? I'm coming then. He says, okay. She says, where? Where and ego? She says, where and who? Come back in here and come sit by me, she says. I'm sorry I've been lazy. I've been sick like for a month with this stomach shite, and it's hard to try to be up sometimes. It's just so hard. Then she tells him, LOL, look at the Insta. We're at page 491. He says, okay. She says, I told you I have that sock somehow. He says, WYF. She says, like how? I'm trying so hard to get a ride. Guess what I just figured out? I can leave and come whenever. He says, how? Mrs. Walls just told me. Because I'm a home kid. I might come back now. What are you doing right now? She's saying all this. Emphasized, I might come back now. This is making me mad as F. Now I can't effing go to the prom with you or cabins. And you're with Bella both times. Like, I don't really care about that. I'm with you all the time. Just let me go. He says, I'll see if you can go to the cabins. I don't know if I'll be able to take you to prom, though. She says, you're not going with another girl. He says, to get in, I'm a senior. I have to go to prom. This is him saying this. We will be able to go when you're a senior. She says, it ends up bad every time, even if it's not like that. Dom, that's like in 2 more years. She says, like, and you're just going to let everyone bring their girl to the effing cabin except me. You can easily find a way for me and you to both get it. It's funny how you act around Kyle. Stop acting like a effing D. I do so much for you. How do you think I feel? I'm trying so hard not to cry right now. He says, I don't know. I can't just not go to prom. I'll let you go to the cabins, though. She says, no. And you're going to take nice pics there and be happy there when at homecoming you were such a D. That was my first normal homecoming, like. He says, come on, I'm going to get you at cabins. She says, I don't want to go. He said, I didn't want to go to homecoming. Homecoming is gay, he said. Prom is effing prom, my G. She said, but now you want to look all nice and take pics when I'm not there. Like, why can't you do this? He says, what do you mean? Who gonna take pics? She said, you're getting mad. Like, you can't let me be upset about like it. Ducking sucks for me to see you go to prom when all your friends going with their girls and I'm just going to be sitting at home. He said, I'm going to let you go to the cabins. He said, I'm literally a sophomore. I got to go to prom with my class, though. And I got to graduate. I can't let anything get in my way. She says, you could take me to prom and still graduate. He says, I'm not dealing with this. Done. She says, whatever, Dom, be like that. Why is she looking at your pants? Why is she only talking to you? WTF. So you can only talk to her? Two weird arse. WTF your issue. Are you trying to make me mad? Now she looking at you only. Answer. TF. He says, I'm not trying to WYM. I'm not trying to. Why you mad? I guess that means. She says, I'm mad. I'm mad AF at you right now. She says, ask Angelo to get us. I want to leave. No, yeah. Talk shite to Kyle. And you are. And he says, I did. She says, then tell him to hurry. I don't want to be here when she keeps looking you up and down. Like, really, a comment about your pants and your shite? How weird. Oh, of course, she's so interested in Kyle and Dee for leaving her alone with us. And he says, bro, maybe because it's awkward as F right now. She says, and why did you make plans with him when I'm here and we are arguing? And then she says, I don't care if you chill with him, but I don't want to leave because we need to talk about this, not on texts. It's effed up. He says, cause who knew Trevor could be suicidal? She said, no, I don't care about that. I'm letting you chill with him. I want you to help him. I don't want to leave. And we still need to talk about that. I'm not going to keep this in. He says, I'm mad at you, for real. She says, of course you get mad. Now I have to sit here and try to not get you mad when you just upset me so much. How can you just start texting about cabins and proms right in front of me and say, I can't go and expect me not to be mad and sad? He says, I said you can go to cabins. She said, Kyle J. effing said, I can't go to cabins with you all unless I go to the prom. Like, and I want to wear a cute dress and look bomb with you. And she keeps talking to you, bro. Answer. And he says, talking to everyone? To you. And answer about the other shite. He says, I'll get him to let you go. She says, like, why do you always make me feel like I'm not on the same level as you guys? I'm just always the one that's left out. He says, I honestly don't get what you mean. You're 15. I don't want to be a bad influence on you. I don't want to have to take care of you too. She says, I'm with you every day, Dom. Stop acting like you're a parent. He says, but I'll let you go. If I don't help you eat, you don't eat. Or eat complete junk, he says. I have to parent you. And she says, and if you were a bad influence, I would not have been chilling with you. He said, because I care about you. She says, no, you don't. I only eat healthy because you make me feel like shite when I don't. I care about you too, but I don't want you to feel like a parent. Hold my hand. He says, bro. She puts question marks. She says, yo, what's going on? He says, what do you mean? She says, I just want to know if it's okay because a lot is going on. Can you guys come back? He said, yeah, 1 second. She says, okay. She says, can we do something? You being mean. Stop being a D. I'm just trying to help you, but you always think I'm trying to fight. Like I just want to effing go to prom with you, Dom. It's your prom. You're making me feel like shite. Oh, boy. Hold on. Somehow I lost those messages. Okay, I think we better cool it and I can't even do the word cookie because it's not here. And we made it to like page, I don't even know where the freak we were, like page, I don't know what, but I'm going to call it a night now because I have to restart this whole thing. Calling it a night. And thanks for your patience, everybody. And we'll see you tomorrow. Like I said, I may do a members live, a couple from the road. I have to get a couple more members lives in. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. I don't even know how to. Okay, I gotta end it here. End the stream. Bye. God bless. Prayers. We'll see you tomorrow.